This episode is brought to you by the RP Hypertrophy app.
I think he's a pussy. I think he's a rag.
What? And so when Mike does it, it's lighthearted and entertaining.
It was done in like an entertaining, lighthearted sense.
When Solomon does it, it's from a poor spirit.
But Greg cares exclusively about virality and money.
Damn. Mike Israetel wants to make a lot of money and wants to get a lot of views. Does anyone want to doubt me?
We love money. You can spend it all kinds of.
It keeps getting worse for Mike Israetel, and in today's video, he's calling me out. Of all people, how am I involved in all of this? Well, actually, it kind of makes some sense. Isn't it ironic that Mike addresses the controversy by going on a channel called Just Kidding News? I mean, is Mike saying that he's just kidding? And so Mike has to pay these guys off to essentially jerk them faster than last time and continue the circle jerk. And so do you really think they're gonna ask the Mike the tough questions, or are they just going to simp from start to finish? Sponsored by Renaissance Periodization. Totally not biased, guys.
This episode is brought to you by the RP Hypertrophy app.
I investigated myself and found no wrongdoings. Mike finally justifies the relevance of his dissertation. Just 10 days, 1 YouTube video, 3 ridiculous statements, and 1 fraudulent dissertation copy later. And you have to go through a bunch of dudes joking about wanting to go to Epstein Island and an RP app ad to get to it. LMA off. And so let's just get right into it.
I think he's a pussy. I think he's a rag and a fatard.
Let's just make fun of the guy for proving his point. Essentially, he got you, Mike. Rather than apologize, let's just get a bunch of guys I paid off to interview me to further insult Solomon and keep on digging Mike into the ground. I mean, at this point, he's gonna have a friggin' PhD in geology because that's all Mike can do. He keeps digging himself another hole. And knowing Mike, he'd probably like to get into my second hole. What did he say?
One of my favorite comments that I read was, oh, this video made me I'm gonna go back and check my accountant's algebra homework.
And so rather than just apologizing, let's make stupid comparisons. Oh, I'm gonna go through my accountant's mathematics homework. Oh, let's go and analyze my elementary school work. It's a lot different than a PhD thesis.
I found your preschool homework, homie. We got beef now, you know what I mean? Like, debate what they're talking about right then and there.
It's not his preschool homework, it's his PhD thesis, of which Mike could have said, yeah, it sucks. I've got over 200 mistakes, and that's just the start of it. These guys who, let's be honest, Mike paid off, they're of course gonna make it seem like it's not a big deal.
The unfortunate part is that that's going to continue happening if it doesn't get like squashed or addressed in a certain way.
Is there anything wrong with continuing to challenge what people say? Just because somebody says something, does it mean it's actually true? I mean, Jeff Nippod.
Get it how you live it.
Jeff Nippod. Jeff Nippod, who we thought was science-based, every about 3 or 4 years, the science changes as soon as he wants to somehow magically create a new program and sell it. I mean, he started his channel with ice cream for PRs, the calories in, calories out, whatever, let it fit your macros. That's the way to do it. Then he changes his diet, changes his training program. Then you gotta do 10 to 20 sets per week. Then, oh, magically, now it's all about volume. You gotta train your entire body 5 days a week. And while you're at it, why don't you do 54 sets if you're a female? And now his new program just launched, 1 or 2 sets per body part. And so essentially he's gone from suggesting to do 10 to 20 sets per week to 54 sets per week, and now to just a couple sets per week, aka a la Mike Menser.
And bigger and stronger than Mike Menser. That's it. Yeah. So all of a sudden, that changes the game. Yeah. I'm more educated than Mike Menser. I know more things than Mike Menser.
Mike Israetel, on the other hand, who's, we all know, bigger and stronger than Mike Menser, and certainly smarter, well, he's just gonna go along with it because Mike and Jeff, they're the twin towers of the mafia. Whatever they say, it must be true. Well, what if it isn't? And so when Solomon challenged his PhD, he said, what if science got it wrong? What if it's been wrong all along? And so yes, you should be challenging these people. Solomon, if you haven't watched it, he already released the Epstein files. Have you not been following my channel? I've been covering this. And so Jeff has continuously got it wrong. And what if Mike has done the same?
I'll ask the question, did that happen?
Because it's making you super relevant right now.
I got a question back for you. Okay. Where were you on that one night that everyone was on Epstein's Island?
I mean, I don't think we need to add in jokes about Epstein's Island, but Mike brings up a good point. It keeps me relevant. I mean, are we all not talking about him? Am I not talking about him? Is Mike not talking about me? Am I talking about Jeff? Is Jeff talking about me? Is Jeff talking about Mike? Mike talking about Jeff? Everyone is going back and forth. Everyone gets more views. Everyone becomes more popular.
Because I've seen, some of your videos, and then there was that one feud you had with that one guy. He's like an older cat that's like, Greg, yeah.
Him and I have sort of a love affair.
Babe, did you know that I was having a love affair with Mike? And so Mike wants to go to a Diddy party with Coach Greg. He wants to have a love affair with Coach Greg. And so why are you gay?
So the way Greg thinks about it is he says it's all WWE.
Mike, it's like the WWE. It's not WWE. I'm not actually going to body slam you. I'm not going to take out a chair, the turnbuckle. But it's like WWE. We play characters. For sometimes we're the villain, sometimes we're the hero, sometimes people like us, sometimes people hate us.
What Greg fails to explain is that WWE is both prescripted and consensual, but Greg cares exclusively about virality and money.
I feel like Mike is putting things into my mouth. Now, he'd probably like to put something of his into my mouth, of which I would not accept, but I don't think that I've stated that it's only about virality and money. However, obviously, anyone on YouTube that's being honest with you knows that making YouTube videos is about getting a lot of views and from that making a lot of money. And if you say that it's not, then prove it.
We love money. You can spend it on all kinds of things.
Mike Israetel wants to make a lot of money and wants to get a lot of views. Does anyone want to doubt me? I sell Turk Builder Max, I sell Geo2 Max, I sell Seco bars. Code Greg 15% off. Money back guarantee and all, but I want to sell all these things. And I am, of course, trying to sell you these things, and I am going to be honest, and the more views I get, the more people are going to buy my products. I mean, is it not clocking to you that I'm standing on business?
It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business, is it?
And so if you're going to tell me it's not about getting views and money or getting followers, let me show you this. Perhaps you all don't know this. And so there are long form videos and short form videos. If you want to get a really high sub count, you post a bunch of short form videos because people can click it. It's 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 30 seconds, and people subscribe harder than last time. But that hurts your long form views. But what happens is you get a shit ton of followers. And so let's compare Jeff Nippard to Mike Israetel to Coach Greg. You probably think, well, Jeff Nippard has over 7 million followers. He's the most famous. Mike Israetel has almost 4. He's extremely famous. Greg, he's only got about 2. I have more long form views than both of these characters, than both of them. But you would assume they're way more viral because look at all their followers. And so why are they posting all these short form videos if not to get views? If they post long videos, less views. Short form videos, more views. And so if I just care about views, why don't I have tons of short form videos?
I think Solomon is at least kind of getting some good critiques in there along with stuff that's probably inaccurate and very personal, and he's quite upset.
But they were accurate. We watched it. This does not look like at all an apology. How is this an apology to Solomon? Solomon was right. Mike tried to cover it up. I see no apology. All I see is Solomon overreacted. He went too hard on me. He's like a lawyer. He doesn't like me and he's shit on me.
With Greg, there is no facade. It's just talking that shit. It's not like substantive critiques.
And so when I said that Mike didn't have 20 pounds of body water, that wasn't substantive. Mike, you didn't have 20 pounds of body water. You weren't lean enough and you didn't lose your pro card because you didn't have a proper tan. How is that not substantive?
Is it just TMZ?
Absolutely. A lot of what I'm saying is TMZ. But the reason that it works, the reason why people like my videos, hence the 1 billion+ views, is because that what I'm saying is true. If I just made shit up, talked out of my ass, spread bullshit, people wouldn't watch me. But the reason that they watch me and keep coming back for more is because they know that what I say is true.
The unfortunate thing is, like, I think some people who are a little young just can't tell.
And then so they're like, oh, Greg is a person that makes substantive critiques. You're like, that's not what he's doing.
I absolutely do. I call out the bullshit. So for example, when Mike Israetel said that MK677 is the gains pill and didn't go on to say the horrendous side effects or those new drugs that are magical, they put on so much muscle, and I literally called him out and I explained, what about the 28% of the people that dropped out? The 10% of people that went to hospital? What about the people that are gonna die from these medications? You know, the medications that help you to put on more muscle? And they grow all the muscles in your body. What about your heart? Has anyone ever heard of an enlarged heart? Is that a good thing or a bad one? And so please be careful. Just because Mike or Jeff says something doesn't necessarily or automatically mean that it's true.
It's just entertainment.
And so am I just entertainment? Is it just about the views and just about money? No, it's all of those things, absolutely. But on top of that, I'm trying to be real. Open, honest, transparent. I tell you exactly what I think. I don't make shit up. I don't lie. I don't spread misinformation. And I'm certainly not out there being a fake, phony, lying piece of shit like Jeff Nippard in order to have other people like me. I mean, Jeff's the guy that can't even take a photo for people.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, it's your bro.
I'm not taking this.
Hussein posts a video. People are in the comments section putting Jeff Nippard down. And what does Hussein do? He deletes the comments because he's trying to protect Jeff Nippard's image. This is Hussein Farhad, the man who Jeff ghosted when I have proof. Editors, put the sound of Hussein called me up today, left a voicemail explaining exactly what happened.
There was a bunch of comments that were saying, oh, Jeff showed his true colors like in that video. And I was deleting them at the start when we were cool. I was just deleting those comments just because I didn't want to I didn't want him to get in trouble for it because, again, it wasn't supposed to be in the video in the start because my team put it in.
At RP YouTube, we used to do some negativity. Now, we were trying to make sure that it was informational. I think it always was.
And so Mike admits that he made several videos exactly like Coach Greg, talking some negativity, putting some people down, being critical and valid, but he didn't enjoy doing that type of content, and so he stopped.
But it was done in like a entertaining, lighthearted sense.
Sure, for sure.
And so notice how this guy is freaking sucking him off. And so when Mike does it, it's lighthearted and entertaining. But when I do it, it's malicious and cruel. When Solomon does it, it's from a poor spirit. I mean, the irony of this, it's okay for Mike to do it, but not for anyone else. After Mike paid him to do this video.
It doesn't feel real, you know? Like when you critique Mark Wahlberg, it doesn't feel real.
And so, when he critiques Mark Wahlberg, it doesn't feel real. But when Greg does, that's real. He's a bad-spirited person. If Solomon critiques Mike, it's bad. But Mike can critique other people, it's lighthearted and it's all in good fun.
So at some point, like the negativity stuff, when you do it a lot, it eats away at you. It's like firing a bullet out of a gun. The bullet hits other people, the negativity, and it hurts them.
And so notice Mike says he doesn't say anything negative on his channel. And so what he does is he goes to other channels to do it.
We could very well respond to Mr. Solomon Nelson with an excoriating critique of a variety of anything of his. It's rife for the picking. But, man, I just don't have that in me.
Yeah, that's true. Respect for that. But you could make a video and say, I want to apologize to Solomon. Here at RP Strength, we're all about positivity. And I'm positively right that Solomon was a good dude, that he didn't say anything wrong. I'm the one that tried to cover it up. I'm the one that made those mistakes. And then wouldn't Mike sleep better at night? But nah, why would I do that? I'll pay off Just Kidding News to say nice things about me and make fun of Solomon in his expense.
Which is why I never saw your guys' content as talking shit. I saw it as exposing a charlatan and then roasting them. And I thought that was funny.
Yeah, he's not talking shit, just roasting them, making fun of them, putting them down, calling out charlatans. You are cool. But if Solomon or Coach Greg does it, it's a different story. Yeah, because we haven't paid you.
So there's not an actual thing you're trying to expose. It's asking a lot of questions that are like, wah, 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 wah.
So Mike's way of asking for Solomon's forgiveness is by saying that Solomon is asking questions like, wah, 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 wah. No, Mike, that is not technically an apology when you make fun of the questions he's asking. And so notice they don't address the actual problems. They just address what they feel like. They use this time to put Solomon down to kind of speak for what I do without actually understanding what I'm doing. And let's be clear, if Mike Israetel didn't care about making money, the RP app would be free. He wouldn't be selling the Genius Shot and saying it's PhD approved and selling it for a lot of money. It's not cheap. And Jeff Nippot.
Wait a minute. Get it how you live it.
Jeff Nippot. He wouldn't be selling program after program after program, and he wouldn't have had to pay Solomon to go over and proofread his work. He wouldn't have a macro factor app. He wouldn't be paying other YouTubers off to try and promote that app to try and make him more money. Does anyone think that Mike Israetel or Jeff Nippard is not making beyond 8 figures? You know they both care about making money just as much or more than Coach Greg. To ensure that I'm continuing to make more money than Mike Israetel and Jeff Nippard, please purchase my supplements. Code Greg 15% off. Remember, if they don't work, there's a money back guarantee. There's a $20 gift card on top of that. And so if you're interested, head to the website. Now, if you're interested in getting your blood work done, Cialis, Viagra, you need all the medications, for example, GLP-1s, Ozempic, Tirzepatide, the list goes on and on. Get to AlgoRx, code Greg, 10% off. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm. Please like the video if you liked it. Don't forget to watch one of those 2 bloops. The cookbooks, the training books, coaching plans by me and my team. And until next time, I am out.